Good morning, good morning. Let me get the chat up. What time's it? It's 9:05 and a lot has happened already. I'm just out the shower. See if you see white powder, it's talcum. I always knew that blueberry was into something. It's talc, actually. I think you'll find. Got it all over my body. Woo! Wait to tell you this. I'm just off the phone to my mother as well. I've got some tropical crush today. Beth, good morning, lovely Beth. Let me put it on live chat. That would help Linda get it on live chat. And if you don't mind giving me a little thumbs up, that would be awesome. Or thumbs down if you feel that way inclined. That's okay as well. Where to begin? Golfer girl. I've been in a fight this morning. You know that a square go in Glasgow means a fight. Good morning, Bex. Good morning. I've been fighting this morning. God, that's good morning. Gas inspection day. There's Miss Guy. Oh, I want to say to my lovely sloth queen, I'm sorry, I missed her completely. Where's my wee thing? Where's my book? See when I was doing my chat on Saturday, there's her name there, Sloth Queen. And I just managed to skip her name. So Sloth Queen, I am so sorry. Thank you so much for being in my wee club. Thank you very much. AJ, good morning. Wild, good morning. Gold Dust, I've been in it. I've been in it this morning. In it. So, right, keep it in. Last night, as I was going to my bed, it was about 10 o'clock actually, and I had got up to go to the toilet. I was in my bed. Thank you, that's wee Poppy there. I was in my bed, so I got up and I thought, oh, it's chilly, right? And when I looked at my heating, it was on full and the radiators were cold, right? So I was like, maybe I've ran out of money because I've got a meter that you put money in, right? So I went out and had a look, no, £27 in the meter, meter's fine. So I came in and I looked in the boiler and it had an alert, F22 was flashing. Now that was flashing last year, and it was loss of pressure in the boiler, right? And the guy just came in and turned a knob and made it right again, okay? So today is my gas inspection day. So instead of phoning someone last night, right, I just went to my bed, got up this morning, it was chilly this morning, just put my house coat on and waited on the guy coming to fix or to do the gas inspection, right? So 5 to 8, round about that time, he parks there and I was like, good, is it nice and early, we can get the heating going and stuff like that. So I goes out and I've got my house coat on and I've got the hood up and everything because it's icy out there. Let me see if I can show you outside. I don't know if you can see, but it's still frost on the grass. Right, it's freezing, absolutely freezing. So I goes out and he's coming up the path and I says to him, oh, I'm glad you're here. I says, my heating's not working. And he went, I knew he's an older gentleman, but he was going like that to me, right? And I said, come on in, the dogs were in my Peter. I says, come in anyway, come into the kitchen. And he went, look, Ken, I'm not trying to be funny with you, right? Now that means he is trying to be funny. See, when people say that in Glasgow, I'm not trying to be funny with you, that's exactly what they're trying to do, be funny with you. You should have probably called this in. I said, what? I says, it was 10 o'clock last night, I says, when I realised that the heating wasn't on. I says, and I know it's a pressure thing because it's F22. No, it was an old guy. It was an old guy, right? So I says to him, and instead of me phone, I says, I knew you were coming today. And see, this is the problem, he said to me, this is the problem. People like you that don't phone out, and all I'm here for is a gas inspection. I said, hold on, let me just stop you there. Would you like me to go and phone your company and tell them right now about the thing? No, it's all right, I'm here now. I said, look, I says, I'm in the living room if you need me. So I comes in here and I'm raging. I'm like, what an asshole that is, right? So I'm sitting, I'm watching Sky, or trying to watch Sky News the whole time. I'm listening to him in my kitchen going, and all this, right? And I was like, So eventually he comes in and he says, right, that's it, up and running now. He says, but in future, I said, hold on, look, I says, it was 10 o'clock last night. I said, see if you want to come in the day. I'd have been on the phone at 9 o'clock immediately to see if I could get somebody out to fix it. But somebody might not come and fix it. I says, what do you mean somebody might not come and fix it? If you phoned out, somebody might. I says, but this is an emergency. He says, sometimes that happens. I says, look, mister, look, and do you know what I done with my glasses? I was talking to him like that. I took the glasses off. I had my glasses like that. See when I take off my glasses like that, it was fighting, it was on. I says to him, look, I says, I'd be going to the newspapers. I says, you can't leave me in a house without any heating or hot water or anything like that, or you'll be amazed what they can do. I says, look, I says, I'm not an arsehole. I said to him, I'm not an arsehole. He was going, well, some people are. I says, well, that's not me. He said to me, I got a call out at 11 o'clock I don't know what this is going to do with anything, right? I got a call at 11 o'clock one night. Somebody said they had a major flood. There was a major flood happening in their house. And I had to go and fix this major flood, right? And I'm standing like that. Still my glasses are like, I'm ready to go. I was nearly taking my earrings out as well. That's how, look, I was wound up. So I'm listening to this story and he's going, and I got to the house and I says to them, where's this major flood? And they pointed to a bit on the ceiling and said, it was there. I says, well, they're an arsehole, aren't they? I says, I'm not an arsehole. I says, I never called you pretending that I had no power. I says, you come in, you seen it, didn't you? It's freezing in the house. There's no gas or heating in the bloody house, is there? I was absolutely raging. So I says, I was like, I have my glasses, right, it's on. So eventually, he told me about 3 or 4 stories about arseholes, right? I think he was trying to include me in that gang. I says to him, look, you'd be coming out the day regardless. If it was the hour later on, you'd be coming out. Oh, I might not be. I said, no, you would be. You would be definitely coming out. I'd be on the phone to the newspapers. I'd be on the phone to Nicola Sturgeon, the First Minister of Scotland. How about that? Eventually, I get some out. Do you know I never even said cheerio to the man? No, I always said cheerio. Even if I, right, see you later. Just a cheerio. He just got put out the gate and I just snibbed the gate like that. And as I was walking in, I had to go, effing a-hole. And he said to me, it's all electronic now. Do you know what? And see what they do? They say, how was your gas inspection? Right, I'll get a wee letter saying that. How was your gas inspection? Number one, it sucked. Right? The man was fighting. I don't know if he'd been fighting with his wife or what. The man was already going, it was like a wee boy coming up the path with his tools going, like that to me, right? Before he was even in my property. And then see when he was in my property, this is the kicker. He never even had his mask on. Oh. They've got to have their mask on. I could be a right a-hole. Do you want to see a-hole, mister? That man wasn't wearing a mask and I've got asthma. He would lose his bloody job. I'm not like that. I'm tempted to write a bad review. Tempted. Listen, I was like, having my glasses, right, you? And then I got on the phone. My mum was laughing her head off at me. I says, Mum, I wasn't laughing. It was fighting. Then I thought I was going to be all seductive this morning with some young gas inspector. And instead, I got a bloody square go. Square go, mister. I was look, hello everybody that came in. There's my M. Good morning, M. I've got heating now and I've just been for a nice warm shower. It took him less than a second to turn the dial. Do you know what he said to me? He says, well, sometimes if you phone them, they can talk you through how to fix a boiler. I says, are you kidding? You want me to fix a boiler? I said, I'd blow the street up. It's no a good idea showing me how to fix boilers. You don't know who you're dealing with. I can have a major incident with a cheese toasty maker, never mind a bloody boiler. The neighbourhood would blow up if you showed me how to do that. A-hole. Gold dust, I'm tempted, but I know that he'd be in big trouble being in the house without his mask on. Do you know what I mean? And I'm vulnerable. But see, when he said to me, when I said to him, well, I'd be phoning up him. Well, we might not have been coming out. I said, oh, you would have been coming out. Oh, would I? He says, sometimes we don't. I says, I can assure you you'd be out here the day. I says, if it was an hour later on, you'd be out here. A-hole. There you are. And it's not finished. I've got another incident to phone, but it doesn't open to 10 o'clock this morning. Wait, I'll tell you about that as well. Good morning, everyone. Park, good morning. Jasmine, good morning. From Germany, beautiful Germany. So, it's going to be one of the days. It's just as well I don't drink during the week. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd already be thinking about cracking one open now, and it's only 9:15 in the morning. So, if you can remember I swallowed that sponge thing down my throat, and it came back. There was more things to detect. I knew it, right? That they were going to have to do the, what do you call it? I've got it out there. It's not the colonoscopy, it's the other one. It's the camera thing down your throat, right? And they go down and have a look, right? I said to them the last time, Emma, no. I know I'm going too fast, but listen, I'll try and slow down now. I was fighting talk. It was the fighting talk. I was fighting talk this morning. We might not have been coming out. I said, oh, you would have been coming out. Oh, I don't know about that. I said I'd be going to the newspapers. Anyway, right, see, next thing at 10 o'clock, I've got to get on the phone. I've got to get on the phone at 10. So I'm open-minded. Good morning, open-minded. Good morning. Once they had said there was more to investigate down my gut, right, which I knew. They were sending me for this camera thing, right, and I said to them, make sure you send me to Monklands Hospital, right? That's a hospital that's closest to me, is a hospital called Monklands Hospital, right? I says, make sure you send me there, because I can't go away to Wishaw and I can't go anywhere else, right? All these hospitals that they usually send me all around Scotland. Send me to that hospital and that hospital only. I got the thing in saying, guess what? We're sending you to the other side of Glasgow. I made them write on the notes, must be Monklands Hospital. So this morning now, I'm going to need to phone up and say, you need to cancel that. It doesn't matter how long I've got to wait. Oh. Thank you, everyone. Jasmine, did I say good morning to you? Good morning. Open-minded, I was fighting with a man in my house this morning. It's only 9:20. It's 9:20 and I've already open-minded. It was a gas inspector that was an a-hole, right? And he was out and he's lecturing me and stuff like that and talking down to me. And I was doing that. I couldn't fighting with him like this. Fighting with him. He got put out of my house without me even saying cheerio or thank you to the a-hole. I was hoping for love. I was hoping it was going to be the young guy, do you know what I mean, that came out last year. He was nice. And he fixed my boiler, no bother at all. This guy was walking up the path open-minded and I said, my heating's not on. He was like that. And I thought, oh God, I'm in trouble now. See people like you. That's what he said. See people like you. It was on. It was on. So it was definitely on. Unbelievable. And I will get a how did we do. I will get the email saying, how was your gas inspection? Right, it was absolute mince. Was the gas inspection. He was very, very rude. Very rude. And he never wore his mask, which he should have. See, I could be an a-hole with reporting that, but I'm not going to. But I could be. I know they've got to wear a mask when they come into your property, but he didn't. He came in with full fighting. Sky, I was taking mine off. I was nearly taking my earrings off, right? You know, that's it. Fisticuffs. But anyway, I've been for a lovely, lovely shower. Nice and warm, so the heat's on in the house. I says, I'm not going to phone them at 10 o'clock at night. I says, and you're coming the next day for a gas inspection. Absolutely. He's been having a fight with his wife and he thought that his chance, he's seen me and thought, see that wee lassie, I'm gonna get her. And I was like, not today. Not today. See, even when I was in the kitchen, I went, see if you need me, I'll be in the living room. Aye. Normally I'm nice to, don't be coming in the house and my house and doing that to me. And then telling me stories. He's told me about 4 or 5 stories about a-holes. Right, I think he was making, and I'm added to that list now. I'm added to the list. I'm added to the list of a-holes. But listen, I'm going to be writing. See, I won't say about the mask, because I don't want the man to lose his job, even though he was an arsehole to me. Good morning. AJ, did they say good morning? I did. So there you are. I've had it was a love. I was roasting hot shower. I was needing a roasting hot shower. Oh, it was so warm. It was wonderful. Open mic, I was jumping. See, when I get excited, I kind of leave the ground like that. I was like, hey, that's that on. We're on now, mister. We're on. Take that. I'm wily as hell, do you know what I mean? I'm like ducking and diving. Like, right, you gas man. Oh, uppercut. Here, put this in your pipe and smoke it. So, you know, and all before 8:30 in the morning. All before 8:30, this was going on. My mum was laughing like hell. I was going, Mum, it wasn't funny. And she was laughing at me. I was going, it wasn't a funny incident, Mother. I know open mind said, wouldn't want the man to lose his job. Some people would report him, but I'll calm down and I'll probably put the gas inspection was fine, because that's what I do. But not when he was in the house, it was a fair game. I said to him about 4 or 5 times, I'm no an arsehole. About 4 or 5 times. After every story he told me about an arsehole, right? I says, see, that's an arsehole. I says, I'm no an arsehole. And then he said, there was another time he said someone had phoned us out and said, I've not got any gas heating, and I've not got my gas cooker's not working either. I've no hot water. It's an emergency. Right? And I'm just standing looking at the guy thinking, right, what's this story about? And he says, and we gets there, and I goes to the meter, and I says to her, dear, when was the last time you topped up your gas meter with money? And she went, oh. I just looked straight at him and went, that's an arsehole. That's an arsehole. I says, I'm not an arsehole. I says, I never had any heating. I says, it's not as if I'm pretending I never had any heating. And then he goes on to tell me another story about somebody else that was a flood, a major flood. Major. I never even went into him that I had a river of sewage floating down my path one day. Now, that was an emergency and I got them out that day. I says to him, you'd be coming out? And well, I don't know if we would be coming out. I said, no, you would be coming out. Oh, well, I don't know. I says, I says, it's an emergency. But even then, sometimes we don't come out. I says, look, I can assure you would be out today. I says, because see, if you weren't out today, I says, I'd be on the phone to the newspapers. I wrote, poor lady in bungalow freezes to death. ASMR craft video. Right, I was hoping for love this morning. I was hoping for love. I was hoping it was going to be the good-looking gas inspector of last year. He was lovely, right? So this morning, 5 to 8, I see him parking out there, and I was like, oh, there's my gas guy. My heating had been off last night at 10 o'clock at night, and I had first of all checked that I had money in my meter, still got £27 the meter, and then I went in, and it was the alert thing on my boiler, F22. That means there's low pressure in the boiler. It happened before last year, it happened. So I knew that it just means he needs to turn a wee nozzle like that. I'm not going near it. If I go near it, I'm blowing up the street. So anyway, he comes out of his van and I went, I'm awfully glad you're here. I says, I've no heating. And he had these bags and he went, he was doing all that to me. And I says, come into the kitchen, right, where the boiler is. And he went, see, people like you. That's how he started it. See, as soon as he said that, I thought, all right, people like me, right. How are we going with this? That should have phoned. I says, look, I says, it was 10 o'clock last night. I says, I was in my bed. Right, I got up for a pee. I'm not going to tell you, gas man. I got up for a pee. It was freezing cold. I felt the radiator. It was cold, right? So I knew there was something up. Anyway, so I says to him, see, he says, you should have phoned. I says, look, I says, I would have been phoning. I says, it's just it was 10 o'clock last night. I was in my bed. I says, I knew you were going to be here early in the morning. I said, see, if you weren't here by 9 o'clock, I'd have been phoning up saying, where's my gas inspection? Because my heating's off. Well, I don't know if I should. I says, look, I says, do you want me to phone your company just now? I says, I'll go in and phone them. I'll go in and phone them now. He went, no, it's all right. He says, I'll do it now. Right? I just looked at him and went, see, if you need me, I'll be in my living room. Right? I came in here and I was boiling inside. I was like, absolute, W-A-N and then a K after that. That's what I was thinking. Right, so I was sitting and I was trying to watch Sky News, but the whole time I can hear him in my kitchen going, and all this now. The more he was doing it, the more I was like, I would kill that man. See if that man was my husband, that would drive me nuts. That would drive me nuts. That's the reason I'm single, is right there. That in the kitchen. And then he comes in and he starts hitting me with stories about people that are a-holes. He's going, well, and telling me these stories. I think he was putting me in with these people. And I says to him, look, I says, I would have been phoning. I said, you would have been out the day fixing the heating anyway. I says, no matter what time I phoned. And he said, well, I don't know if we would. I said, no, you'd have been out today to fix it. I says, so, no, well, you might not have been. I says, well, look, I says, it's an emergency. He went, even then. I says, look, I said, you would boot the day. I says, I had been on the phone to the bloody newspapers. You can't leave somebody without heating. And it's frosty outside. And no hot water or nothing. Oh, that was it. I was gone. And I was like having my glasses. Well, I was like that. He got roused out. Out you go. Out the gate. I never even said churro. I just done my snips. And as I walked away, of course, I done the Glasgow thing and then muttered, effing a-hole. Yes, do you know what he said to me? He says, well, maybe if you would have phoned, they would have told you how to put the pressure on the boiler yourself. I says, are you kidding me? I says, they want me to be fiddling about with a boiler? I says, I would blow the street up. I never went into the whole cheese toasty incident, but you seen me with that. I'm no good with that. Don't be showing me how to do boilers. Don't be saying to me you can fix a boiler, Linda, because that's dangerous right there. For everybody in the whole street, that is dangerous, not just for me. So I said that to him, I wouldn't be touching the boiler. I'm not touching a boiler. He went, well, people shouldn't eat. I says, look, I can assure you I wouldn't be touching anything to do with the boiler. Shane, is that how you spell your name? Shane or Cheyenne? I'm not sure, but good morning. Good morning, Stuart. It's been a bit time since it's 9:30. I've already been in a fight. I've got another fight to do at 10 o'clock this morning. Do 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 do. What's the Rocky tune again? Dee 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 doo doo. I said to my mum, I'm just in the mood now to phone the hospital. I'm just in the mood. They've got my back up. My back's up now. Got my back up. I'll tell you. Oh, I think he knew that he'd picked with the wrong person. People see the size of me and think, oh, I'm going to give her a hard time. And I can be a nippy little sweetie. I'm an ankle biter. I'm a human Jack Russell, really. My dogs are me in human form, or I'm a dog in whatever. I'm like a Jack Russell, is what I'm trying to say. nippy, get you. Oh. And I was Skyping my mum. I'm going, look there, he's still sitting out there. He's still sitting outside. I know. And there, I was hoping for love this morning. That open-minded, I was hoping it was going to be the good-looking gas inspector I got last year. Although I couldn't get myself done up because it was freezing, as I said. It's white. It was pure white when I got up this morning out there. Freezing, freezing cold. And I'm sitting in here without any heating. And see, if he wasn't coming, I'd have been on the phone to them saying, look, I've no gas, you'll need to get somebody to come out and fix it. And I knew what the problem was. He was just very, very mean. And he never wore his face mask, which I know that they must do that. But I'm not even going to complain about that because I'm not. And I probably won't give him a bad review either. Just because I wouldn't want anybody losing their job before Christmas. Or any time, but especially before Christmas. So, he'll just need to. I hope he learns his lesson. Don't be picking on folk that you think's an easy target. Sometimes I think people see the size of me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And they think, she's an easy target, her. I'm going to get her. No. Anyway, how was your weekend? For God's sake, what kind of person am I? How are all of yous? I've missed yous. I missed yous since Saturday. I missed yous, so I did. I always miss yous. So what have yous been doing? Have yous been in any square goes? So, if you didn't know, a square go is a fight. If someone says square go, it just means it's a fight. It's going to be there's a square go happening after school. There's a fight. So I was expecting love, and I ended up with blaming that. Oh, am I saying your name right? Is it Cheyenne or Shane? Cheyenne number 1, Shane for number 2, because I don't like not pronouncing people's names. And my poor sloth queen, and you've seen I've got her name written there, and that's the way I read. Sometimes I skip things, and I've got to keep going back. My brain just skips lines, skips everything. Sausage rolls, what about, I love a sausage roll. It's a nut, same as a massive ship. Sausage rolls. Oh, I hope you're okay, Stuart. I had an anxiety attack this morning. I don't know if it was an anxiety attack. I had some sort of feelings boiling up in me this morning. Feelings I've not felt for a while. Alright, yeah. A square go is a fight. Yeah, listen, he would have got a Glasgow kiss. He was pretty tall though, and he was an older gentleman, do you know what I mean? See, if I was to give him a Glasgow kiss, it would have been right in his things, because he was quite a tall, older fella. I swear, I had to say about 5 times to the guy, I'm not an arsehole. I had to say to him. Because he kept telling me these arsehole stories. And I was going to him, see, that's an arsehole. I was saying to him, that's an arsehole that done that. I'm no one. I'm no an arsehole. As I say, I was like, out of my glasses. So he's fucking on now. I need to see you in my eyes. Oh, Sky. See, that's probably just because he loves you so much, Sky. Stuart, I hope you're okay. I hope everything's okay. Listen, I need to vent or something. I need to go and see if I had a man. Now would be a good time to take me in the bedroom. Release some of this that I've got built up inside me now. I know, I should have been like, hold on a minute, you're getting live streamed, pal. You're getting live streamed the hell out of here right now. Right now. This is my house. You come in my house, you're getting live streamed, pal. Oh, my mum was laughing at me, but this was before I found it funny, and I was going, Mum, it wasn't funny. It wasn't a funny incident at all. It's quite funny now, but it wasn't at the time. It was serious. I know, complaining about other customers. That's you don't do that. Do you know what I mean? Open-minded. He was telling me these stories to know what category I was in. I was in that category. Yes, he probably thinks he's doing the right thing, my Sky. Oh, well, see, I've been divorced now for about 10 years. Yeah, and so, Stuart, I don't mean any disrespect, but sometimes men take illnesses a lot worse than ladies, let's say. You know, you've got a cold and you soldier on doing everything, and then your significant other gets a cold and he's lying in bed, like, get the priests, I need to do my last rites. Jasmine, wait to show you, Jasmine, wait to show you, Jasmine. Look, I've got that one. That's my tree. And you never even said anything about my Christmas decorations. Look, the place is all done up. There's all my nutcrackers over there. Look, I've got projections on and everything on my ceiling. So yes, and even Aquaman's in the kitchen all dressed up, and he never even mentioned him. He never even mentioned Aquaman in the kitchen with his bit of tinsel on. Oh. Oh, Cheyenne, or Cheyenne. Thank you so much. I know I was talking fast there. Poor M couldn't keep up. No, it's getting too much for me. It's just open-minded. I used to decorate outside and stuff, but to be honest, I don't even know how long I'm going to have my big tree for, because it's getting harder to do every year. So I think in a couple of years I'll be giving that to my daughter that's got the wee grandson, and that can be their big tree, and I'll just get another 6-footer and put it there, because they're quite easy to do, but that one took a lot out of me. Yeah, Stuart, I'm going to be one of the a-holes. I've just been to an a-hole's house. She should have phoned it in last night. I was in my bed. This is what I was saying to the guy. I was in my bed at 10 o'clock. Everybody knows I got in my bed about 8 o'clock, right? And see, when you get older, you need to get up and do a pee. See, if you don't, you wake up and you think about, I need a pee, right? And then you think, I'll try and go back to sleep. And then you're thinking, but I might dream about a toilet pan as if I'm sitting on it, and I might pee the bed. I better get up and do a pee. See, if I get up and do a pee now, then I can relax. I'll get up, I'll keep my eyes kind of closed like that, and try and go and do a pee. Right, so that's what I do. So as I got up and I was going to the toilet, I thought, oh, it's freezing in here. It's absolutely, I thought I left the heating on. Checked the heating was on full, and the radiators were cold. So I thought, oh. And then the first thing I done was check there was money in the meter, which there's £27, plenty of money in the meter. And then I checked the box and seen it was that. I'm not going to, I was sleeping, and I knew the guy was coming the day anyway. So there you are. It was like that before he even came into my house. He's had a bad night, hasn't he? He's had a bad night. And he's tried to take it out of me. I look. As I said, it got serious. I took my glasses off. It got that serious. I was like that to him. I says to him, do you want me to phone your company just now? I'll be quite happy to. And he was going, no. Aye. Shani, thank you, Goldust, thank you, Shani, thank you, Shani. I apologise for mispronouncing your name. And my poor sloth queen, I mean, I'm feeling terrible about that. I do miss, and I apologise. See, if I do miss your name and you're in my club, please do chase me up. Because, as I say, my reading's not that great, and sometimes I miss full passages of books and stuff like that. You know, you're meant to read a book in class, and I'm going, I can't remember that being in the book. It's because my brain just skips things. Oh, my Sky, I know. You will miss him, but absence makes the heart grow fonder, as they say. My heart has been absent for a while, I'm fonder for anything. To be quite honest, I'm just fonder for anything now. It wants me. Ah, so there you are. And then I've got the hospital to phone. They open at 10 o'clock, so I'll be going before 10 o'clock. I said to them, it has to be Monklands Hospital. It's the only hospital I can go to. Don't send me to any other hospital because I won't be able to get there. Remember the problem I had the last time I was going to get them to collect me? Oh, they don't do that between the hours of... They only do that be the hours of 9 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you've got to be... How long's your appointment? Mind I had all that carry on with them. So Monklands is the only hospital. I said to them, don't send me to any other hospital as I won't be able to go. There you go. They've sent me to a hospital away at the other side of Glasgow. So I need to phone them and say, I told them I can't go. I'll just need to wait another year for an appointment. Breathe. I know, Angela, imagine, listen, this guy, that's what he's going to be telling his next customers, that he was just at my house and I was crazy because I never phoned up last night. When I was in the middle of sleeping. I don't think the guy got it. And I knew it was just a dial, but listen, I'll blow the house up if I try and touch them. You know what I'm like. Remember the cheese toasty maker had not made one cheese toasty and I had already blew the thing up. Remember that? I was cheese and tomato. I was making a cheese and tomato toasty, brand new cheese and tomato, just brand new toasty maker. And I pulled the handle down. It was a wee bit hard, and I thought it's just because it's brand new. And I pushed down, and it just went bang, and it was a flash, whoosh, like that in the kitchen. Poppy flew for her life. She thought I was setting off fireworks. Bang! I tripped all the lights. All the lights were off. I had to go into the fuse box, put all the fuses on, and I'd accidentally cheese toasted the wire. The wire was inside the cheese toasty maker, and that's what was making it so hard. And I pushed down on it like that. It's not a good idea to show me how to do boilers. I don't think he realises I'll blow the place up. You don't know who I am, I'm telling you. Oh, sweet Sky. Goldust, this is what I'm saying. Remember the last time I was asking, because it was Wishaw Hospital. Luckily enough, my dad took me to that one. But look, I said to them, I'm not going to any other hospital unless it's Monklands. It's going to be Monklands. I can get to Monklands dead easy. And then I've got to be sedated, right? So I'm going to need to get a taxi home. I can't drive home for being sedated. So, and I said to them, please write on the form. Please write in the form. I can't go to any. That's the only hospital I can go. And they've sent me this there. Stuart, I know, they should have that. Here, can you remember the washing machine story? Right, in case you didn't know this story, absolutely true story, again, just shows you what I'm like. And I did tell a little fib this time, right? I did tell her, I'll go into it. It was when I was married and we had got a washing machine and the washing machine stopped working, right? And I was like, it's a new washing machine, it should be working. And maybe me, I'm thinking, it's just a loose wire. It must be a loose wire or something like that. So if I've got a loose wire anywhere else, I like to wrap it in tin foil, right? And then don't ever do this, by the way. And things work, right? So I know that works. So I takes the top off the washing machine anyway, and there's lots of wires and then the big drum thing, and I'm looking at them, I've not got a clue. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to wrap all the wires in this tin foil. That's what I'd done. I wrapped all the wires in the tin foil. Wash machine still wasn't working. I was like, that's going to need to get somebody out to fix the wash machine. So I puts the lid back on it, and that was that. So I got an appointment. It was a guy. It was an older guy came out to the house. He was coming to do the washing machine. And I said to him, would you like a wee cup of tea? He said, aye, okay, hen. So my back was towards him, just as he took the lid off, and I heard him going, oh, sweet Jesus, oh my God. In all my 38 years, I've never seen anything like that in my life. Oh my God, you could have blew the place up. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Right, and I just turned round and went like that with a straight face. I told him not to touch it. That was me. I thought, see, after hearing all that, I thought, I'm not taking the blame for that. And anyway, the ex-husband wasn't there at the time, so I thought, I'm just going to pass a buck here. I'm just going to pass that on there. I told him not to be fiddling about with the washing machine. Listen, it's not a good idea to be... They would show you how to fix the boiler. I says to him, listen, I'll not be touching the boiler, I can assure you. I'll not be touching the boiler. They'll come in, there'll be tin foil and all the wires and stuff like that in the boiler. Can you imagine it? That's me fixing stuff. Don't tell me to fix things. Where's the tin foil? Tin foil and sellotape. That's my go-to. See if anything's broke, get the sellotape or the tin foil. That's it. Tin foil. Don't be doing it though, guys, because it's very dangerous apparently. Oh. Angela, pressure cookers. I remember my dad made soup in a pressure cooker and it ended up, see the wee thing at the top, it came flying off and the soup, it was pea and ham soup, was scooshing out the top of the pressure cooker like that all over the ceiling. There was soup dripping down, there was soup all over the place. I was screaming. We didn't know how to solve this problem. The soup was just scooting out. So that's put me off. That's put me off. Up in mind, we should have that a list. Don't be telling me to do that. Anything, tattoos, no, don't ask me that either. That's not a good idea. I know, don't be, listen, they've not got a good track record. Remember not long before that, was this year? I think it was. It was this year. It was before the cheese toasty maker, remember? I was making myself a bit of toast. Smelt the burning, went in. The toaster was on fire. The fire actually blazing for the toaster. I let out a scream. Oh! I didn't know what to do. It was snowing outside. So I just took the on fire toaster and fired it out my back door. Like that. And I went into the snow. And it all went out. I just closed the back door behind it and thought, I'm going to need a new toaster now. Toaster on fire. Toaster. See, Angela, I've got a glue gun as well. That's another one of my go-to things is the glue gun. Jasmine, does he know? And I'm talking extra fast today because I'm wound up. Normally I kind of talk slow, but that guy had me wound up this morning. I'm not going to lie about it. My adrenaline was flowing. I know, see the stuff that I've done, honestly, the stuff is dangerous. Don't do it. And then remember, I gave myself quite a nasty electric shock in my bedroom. This was before the toaster went on fire. See, this always happens. Things like this always happen to me. It was my extension cable, right? It wasn't really working. When I shook it, sometimes my light would go on, sometimes it wouldn't. So I had to keep shaking it for the light to go on, and then I got fed up with it. So I thought, right, I'm going to get into this with a screwdriver. I got into the screwdriver and I was like, right, it's a wee wire, maybe there. So I'm fixing the wire like that and everything like that. And I puts it back on, plugs it in, turns it on. Still not working. And I was like, wonder why it's like that. So I takes the other side of it and opens that up. And I'm looking at the wires and the brown wire was there and I pressed it with my fingers like that. Got an electric shock. Let out a scream. 4 in the morning. Ouch! Like that. Finger was burnt finger. And then I realised the socket was still on. I hadn't turned the socket off. And I was squeezing wires in the plug. So that was shocking. That was shocking. 4 in the morning, screaming happening in the bungalow. It all happens in here. My poor neighbours must be like, what's she up to now? Here's my craft video. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope you have sweet dreams. Ah, well, I hope you have a nice day, Jasmine, and home. Stay nice and warm. Gold dust. And then, do you know what happened not long after the electric shock? I had to buy a new light equipment because I was sitting and my light wasn't coming over far enough, and I was pulling it, and I pulled the wire and knocked it over with my elbow. The thing went down, smash, glass everywhere. Music games, good morning to you, glass everywhere. This was again at about 4 in the morning or something, so I had to go around picking up all the wee bits, and it was too early to get the hoover out, so I was worried about their wee paws, so I had to come out and close my bedroom door, but that was it, glass everywhere. It all happens. And then this morning my neighbours would have heard all the fighting that was happening in here with the gas man. I was hoping they would be hearing other things. I was hoping for love this morning. I got a square go with some guy. Oh, that open mind. That's a open minds. Have you seen? I've tried to cover my sins. Look, I've got them there to cover the sins of that night. Stickers on my wall, because to this day there's bits that have got wax on them that I can't get off. So I have had the signage. The signage has been hidden with stickers. Oh, music! It was all kicking off this morning. Kicking off. Open-minded. That was hilarious though. That was. It's a much safer table I've got now. Much safer table I've got now. But see, when I was lying on the ground with the glass table on top of me, I didn't even. I was so drunk. I never even had any fight left. I was just going Mikey like that under the glass table. See, in the morning when I came into this living room, I was like, I just stood looking for about 5 minutes and shaking my head like, can I believe it? My piercing was pulled out. I don't know where the hell my piercing went to. That got pulled out. My knee was black and blue. A typical Saturday night, really, eh? A typical date for Blueberry, a typical bloody date. That's what that was. Tell you, Betty man's never had a date like that before. Music, it was a shit. I was like, can't I believe that all that went down last night? You know, wax everywhere and all over my carpet and all up my wall and stuff like that. I can't believe all that happened. I can't believe I was lying on it after the third date, lying on the ground with the. You could have never predicted that. You could have never predicted that would have happened. But it did. But anyway, we've got that table now. That's a much safer table. Open-ended. I know. I'm just lying there going, Mikey, like that. Oh well. Oh yeah, Jasmine. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you feel better. So anyway, I'm going to go. I've got the hospital to phone now. I better get on the Rocky theme again. I forget the Rocky tune. Eye of the tiger. Get on the phone to the hospital. Right, you some of us cities. I'll try and behave. So I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully hopefully the rest of the day goes nice and smooth. Hopefully the day goes nice and smooth, but I'll be back tomorrow anyway. And I love you all very, very much, and have a wonderful Monday. I'm going to give you all a big kiss now.